Hello everyone and welcome to Cibertips. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the most common, underestimated, and persistent attack methods used by hackers across the world, the brute force attack. It's not a flashy, highly sophisticated technique. It doesn't rely on zero-day vulnerabilities or deep knowledge of complex systems. Instead, it relies on something far simpler and far more dangerous: our human tendency to create weak, predictable passwords. Somewhere right now, a computer is relentlessly trying to guess someone's password. Not just 1,000s, maybe even millions. One character at a time, one word at a time, over and over again, until it breaks in. Brute force attacks are the digital equivalent of trying every key on a keyring until one opens the lock. For example, if someone uses the password 123, a hybrid attack will guess both password and password 123 faster than a traditional brute force method would. They can be slow, they can be noisy, but they work. They target everything from email accounts and social media profiles to banking systems, admin panels, encrypted files, and even Wi-Fi networks. Any system that requires a password or key to unlock is a potential victim. It's pure trial and error. There are no shortcuts, no tricks, just raw computing power and time. It might sound crude, even inefficient, but with today's processing speeds and advanced scripting tools, a brute force attack can crack a 6-character password in minutes. The attacker launches thousands or millions of login attempts in rapid succession. If the system doesn't have rate limiting, CAPTCHA, or account lockouts, eventually they'll break through. Still doable for modern GPUs in hours. But add complexity, uppercase letters, symbols, numbers, and length, and suddenly it could take hundreds of years to crack. Organizations suffer too. A single compromised admin account can lead to full system takeovers, data leaks, ransomware deployment, and financial losses. Most people think, it won't happen to me. For hackers, brute force is like knocking on every door in a city until someone opens. It's only a matter of time and patience. Weak passwords like 123,456, admin, or QWERTY still top the charts. A strong password is at least 12 characters long, includes uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, and doesn't contain dictionary words or predictable patterns. In 2021 alone, billions of credentials were compromised due to brute force or credential stuffing attacks. Use a password manager. There are many secure ones available to generate and store unique passwords for every account. Even if someone guesses your password, they'll still need a second factor, like a code sent to your phone, to log in. MFA drastically reduces the success rate of brute force attacks. If your system stores passwords without proper salting and hashing, you're a sitting duck. But in reality, it's about behavior. Most breaches happen because of human error. We choose weak passwords. We ignore warnings. We delay updates. We trust the wrong links. And once hackers get one password, they often use it across multiple platforms, assuming you reused it, like most people do. And when they do, the consequences can be devastating, not just for individuals, but for entire organizations. The moment you create an online account, you become a target. Not because you're famous, but because you exist in the digital world. And in that world, data is gold. Since many people reuse passwords, it often works. It's not guessing, it's recycling. Every time you use your pet's name or your birth date, you're making their job easier. Don't rely on a single password to protect your life. In 2012, a massive brute force attack targeted LinkedIn. They don't need backdoors or 0 days. They just need us to be careless. Millions of hashed passwords were leaked. Within days, those hashes were cracked and the passwords were published. You're protecting your identity, your privacy, your finances, your data, everything. Many were simple LinkedIn 123,456 password. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, let us know by leaving a like, subscribing to Cibertips, and turning on the notification bell. We release new videos every week to help you stay one step ahead in the world of cybersecurity. That breach led to secondary attacks across Gmail, Facebook, and Twitter, all because people reused the same weak passwords. Always assume someone, somewhere, is trying to break in. Hackers build databases of old passwords because humans are predictable. That predictability is what makes brute force so effective. There are many brute force tools available, some legal, some not. Ethical hackers use them for penetration testing to find weaknesses before attackers do. Hydra can crack network protocols like FTP, SSH, Telnet. John the Ripper can crack hashes. Hashcat is GPU accelerated and extremely fast. Medusa is modular and flexible. That means the weakest link is often the user. Anyone with basic knowledge of Kali Linux can set up a brute force script in minutes. That's why learning how they work is key to defending against them. Knowledge is power and defense. They're simple, scalable, and require minimal skill to deploy. For script kiddies, brute force is a go-to. For more advanced threat actors, it's just one tool in their arsenal. Combined with phishing, credential stuffing, or leaked databases, brute force attacks become even more effective. Second, they're automated. Once set up, the attack runs nonstop until it gets a hit. Third, they exploit human laziness, our tendency to use easy passwords, reuse them, or never change them. Before we go deeper, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Cibertips, and activate the notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dives into the dark corners of cybersecurity. Your best defense is being informed. Let's begin with the basics. A brute force attack is a method of trying every possible combination to crack a password, encryption key, or login credential. There are different types of brute force attacks. The most basic is the simple brute force attack, which goes through every possible character combination. If your password is 123,456, a simple brute force tool will eventually hit those numbers. But hackers rarely rely on that anymore. Instead, they use dictionary attacks, a type of brute force where the software uses a list of common words, phrases, and previously leaked passwords to make smarter guesses. Then there's the hybrid brute force attack, which combines dictionary-based strategies with pure character permutations. But how do these attacks actually happen? And who are the targets? Hackers use automated tools like Hydra, John the Ripper, Hashcat, or Medusa to launch these attacks. Often, brute force attacks are performed against web login pages, FTP servers, SSH access points, or WordPress admin panels. And here is the scary part. The success of a brute force attack depends more on the strength of your password than the sophistication of the hacker. In recent years, brute force attacks have been at the center of some massive data breaches. It's not just individual users who are at risk. So what makes brute force attacks so dangerous? First, they're easy to perform. The math is simple. A 4-digit numerical PIN has 10,000 combinations. That's nothing for a computer. An 8-character lowercase password, 208 billion combinations. Still, most people don't use complex passwords. So how do we protect ourselves? First, always use strong, unique passwords. Second, never reuse passwords across platforms. If a hacker cracks one and you use it everywhere, they can access your entire digital life. Third, enable multi-factor authentication wherever possible. Fourth, if you run a website or service, implement account lockouts after multiple failed attempts. Add CAPTCHA to login forms, monitor login attempts, and use tools like fail2ban to block suspicious IPs. Let's go a little deeper. Why are brute force attacks still so popular when we have more advanced cyber weapons? Because they still work. Credential stuffing is a variant where attackers use stolen username password combos from one breach to access other platforms. Attackers also use rainbow tables, pre-computed lists of hashed passwords, to accelerate brute force efforts. Now let's talk about the psychological aspect. Many people think cybersecurity is about firewalls, antiviruses, and tech. Brute force attacks thrive on this behavior. They don't need to be stealthy. They don't need to be smart. They just need you to be lazy. Cybersecurity isn't just for tech experts. It's for everyone. Every time you reuse a password, you're giving hackers a head start. Let me share a real case. Years later, some of those same credentials were still in use. Now let's touch on tools. But in the wrong hands, these tools become weapons. In cybersecurity, there's a golden rule. Don't trust, verify. Always assume your systems are under attack. Build layers of defense. Brute force attacks are a reminder that even the most basic weaknesses can lead to total compromise. So next time you create a password, remember this. You're not just protecting an account. Don't make it easy for them. And that's it for today's episode. Stay safe, stay smart, and see you in the next one.